Hello, my name is Elle and I am part of the marketing team here at PropertyBox. Today I'm going to be walking you through our platform. So I'll be explaining how PropertyBox can help agents market properties and their brand smarter, faster, and easier through our range of AI and professional service features. This is a great video if you are a newly signed up Box Pro, if you are considering signing up to our platform, if you just want to know a little bit more about what we do. Okay, so if we get stuck into the platform, you can see we are here at the PropertyBox site. We're just going to hit login. As you can see, it's saying loading my workspace. Takes a couple of seconds, and here we are. So this is the area of the platform we call the workspace. Let's have a little look at everything that's going on in here. You can see down the center, I have all my property listings. So I could search for a specific property address up in this search bar, or I could also filter properties using this drop down. So as you can see, I've got various options. I've got 1 to 4 weeks, 5 to 8 weeks, 9 to 12 weeks, 13 to 16 weeks. So this feature is really useful if you have a process whereby you update property images if they've been on the market, for example, longer than 6 weeks. Maybe you want to change up a featured property image to a dust shop, for example, to kind of reignite some interest. You could say, I want to have a look at all my properties that have been listed 5 to 8 weeks ago. So that's a pretty nifty feature for that. Here, this big blue button is very useful. This is where you create a new property. If we move over to the top left, you can see there is the option to change the language. You've got French, German, and Portuguese. I'm pretty linguistically limited, so we are going to be sticking with English for this demo. As you can see, heading down the left-hand side, we have your workspace. It's highlighted because that's where we currently are within the platform. But if you were ever somewhere else and you wanted to navigate back to this kind of homepage, you would just click this tab. So below this, we have the profile tab. Here you can change your profile settings and you can also link your social accounts. So we'll have a separate video on how to do that. Below profile, we have subscription, where, as the name implies, you can manage anything to do with your subscription. And below this, we have preferences. Now, this is another really handy little tab. So with preferences, you can choose your favorite dusk shots. You can choose how your brand and your name and logo appear on content. And you can also change your floor plan preferences. Again, we'll have another video on how to do that separately, but it's a really useful tab and it can save you a lot of time in creating that content for each property if you have that default set. Below this, we have About Us and Contact Us. So Contact Us is a pretty important tab. If you ever have any issues, just navigate through here and it will give you the contact details you need to get in touch with a real person who can help sort out any problems you're having. Right, so now you're familiar with the workspace, let's look at an individual property. So I'm going to look for a property that has a little bit of everything going on. So you can see here, these icons tell me what content is present within that property listing. So if I go down to this one, this looks like a good one. It's got 13 photos, 1 floor plan, 1 AI description, and also social media content generated for it. So this will be a good one to use as an example. Okay, so now that we're into this individual property, you can see the property address is up here. This is obviously a fake property address for demo purposes. And below this, we have photos, floor plans, AI descriptions, EPC, campaigns, and pro content. This will just be an overview of these for the time being, as we have how-tos on each feature. So starting off with photos, you can see we've got all of my 13 uploaded property photos in here. They've all gone through the AI enhancement process. We can review these photos, so I can click on those and review them, see what edits have been done, see if I want to make any changes, remove objects, not creating a dusk shot for this one because it's internal, or I can request a re-enhancement. I can also download photos. I can download all of them, or I can select the photos, and I can also upload some more photos. On this side, we also have a shortcut to our preferences, which you can also find in the preferences tab over here. I can choose any watermark preferences, whether I want them on and off. And I can also choose my dust shot preferences. So what my favorite dust shot is and what I would like put as default across my external photos. Moving on to floor plans. You can see I have a beautiful floor plan generated for this property. So if I scroll down, you can see that I can edit this floor plan using our floor plan editor, and I can also download it. Again, there's also a shortcut to my preferences for floor plans on this right-hand panel. So that's super useful if you just want to make any quick amendments to your set preferences. So as you can see, there is a button here that says upload your sketches. So this floor plan was actually generated from an old sketch, and you can also use old floor plans and it will turn them into a beautiful, polished, professional floor plan for your listing. Now we're just hopping across to AI descriptions. As you can see, I've already generated an AI description for this property as well. If I want to start over, I could click this button and go back and re-enter the information. You can see that it's generated a full description for me. I specified the amount of words that I wanted, the tone of voice, and it's given me this, but it's also broken it up into the property's benefits and key features and a summary. So I could copy these and export them to a listing, a platform, a caption, anything else that I wanted. Right, and next along is the campaigns window, which as a content creator is one of my favorite features. So as you can see, there's already been content generated for this property. And you can also see that I have my accounts linked. This handy little progress tracker allows me to see whether I posted the content. If I have, I would also be able to go in and view the reach, view the analytics. So below here is a really nifty little feature as well, which is the share in seconds with your client button. So you can share the content that you've created for their property directly via SMS. And that's a great way for them in turn to share it with their network and really increase the reach of the property content. Going over to the left, you can see that I can review and download the individual content formats. So you have one for X, you have one for Facebook, you have one for your portal advert, and you also have one for Instagram. For each of these, you can share the post with your client, as I just discussed. You can post on social media if it's a social media post, and you can also download the content again. There are also options to copy the streaming URL or amend the advert. Again, there's a shortcut over here for you to view your campaign stats. Last but not least is professional content. So this is where you're going to want to go if you have a really high value property that needs, the highest level of professional content to promote the property. You can see you can order a 360 tour, professional photos, professional floor plans, drone photography, or elevated photography within this window. This is another feature like EPC, which is exclusive to UK clients. And you can just go over here, click this big red button in the right-hand panel to order that content within minutes. So that was just a quick overview of the PropertyBox platform, what it can do and how easy it is to use. If you have more specific questions, for example, how to link your social accounts or how to create a floor plan, we have individual videos on those questions, so you can head over those and give them a watch if you need some extra help. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy using PropertyBox.